What's the most traumatic event that you went through in your life?
That's a hard one. I've been through a lot. I would say probably when my mom threw a lot of
Oh my god.
And what's crazy is this girl's boyfriend spun the block because he wasn't with her the first time, but he spun around, right? And they asked him what was his most traumatic experience, and this is how he responded.
Can I know like the most? Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Christopher.
I'm not shaking your hand. What's my most traumatic experience? I don't know, but I know what yours is.
Oh! Now, with that being said, there's a phenomenon that I've noticed as I've become a streamer. You know, if you look up Turkey Tom's stream clip, there are some interesting clips that have blown up. Basically, you know, the ones you would expect. Basically, the ones you would expect. Like this one, for example, doubles down. The one, you know, Fortnite clip. But there is kind of an interesting epidemic of clip farming. Wait, did this happen?
Thing, but since he's a shredded, okay, Greek god sculpted body, he might not need to lose as much weight, okay? So just because you're in the healthy BMI range isn't really indicative of whether or not
Well, I've gotten way bigger since this stream.
you need to lose weight or not. BMI is a really good guesstimate, especially in population levels. Yeah, okay, but you don't, yeah, that's just kill me.
I should have just choked him out.
So I don't have to watch this video. Yeah, kill me.
Noah Samson will never hurt you again.
I should have just killed him. Okay, we're bulking. I'm 187 pounds, Chad, okay? I've gotten much bigger. And we're going to keep bulking throughout the winter. The summer cut will go hard eventually, okay? I've been doing ab exercises, so they'll come in. But right now, the bulk is happening. Now, that being said, there is an epidemic I've noticed on YouTube, on streamers in general, since I've started streaming. And that epidemic is clip farming, or when you're a streamer, you're encouraged to do the most outrageous thing as possible on stream so that that moment gets clipped, it gets put across TikTok, YouTube, every platform, you know, known to man. And as a result of that, you benefit from people going to your stream. And that's kind of, you know, caused this epidemic of streamers doing increasingly outrageous things intentionally for the purpose of getting clipped. Now, I don't really begrudge streamers who do this, but there is kind of an interesting conversation being had by a channel that I like to watch called Cameron, where he talks about clip farming and how it's out of control. And I'm curious to see this.
It's no doubt that live streaming is in one of the best spots it's ever been in right now. From the A-list celebrities hopping on Kai Cenat's stream to the former president streaming with Aiden Ross, streaming is the biggest it's ever been. But at the same time, streaming is also in one of the worst spots it's ever been in, mainly because of this clip farming epidemic. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what clip farming is, it's basically the act of a streamer doing something on stream in order to get a viral clip on TikTok or Twitter, whether that's purposely messing up in a game, playing super hard into a joke, or reading a non-existent chat.
The hot drop down.
Bro coughed like an iPad. All right.
Basically doing something.
Is that something they do? Do they actually read chats that don't exist? That's actually smart. That's actually genius if you're clip farming, because who's going to actually know? The chat's going so fast, nobody's going to notice at the time. Reading chats that don't exist? I should start doing that. What the hell? I'm just going to start slandering chat. I'm going to start lying and saying that you guys are saying things that you're not saying. How's clip farming bad? You are the content. I don't really know how it's bad. I think it's probably fine. But, you know, this guy will kind of explain the clip farming epidemic, I guess, and maybe the downsides of it that may exist. Something I've definitely thought about recently that I think is probably true is, and this was talked about, by the way, by someone else, firstly, on a different stream. But I basically agree with that statement. I believe that Willie Mack was talking about it. On anything else. Basically the idea that like Kai Cenat kind of took what Aiden Ross was doing and took it to another level. I actually have a lot of respect for Kai Cenat as a streamer, not only because of the numbers he pulls, but also because I feel like every time I see a clip of him, it's always a pretty interesting like concept. Like he's got a whole marching band behind him. He's got celebrities coming on. He's doing these like long stream events where he's playing Elden Ring and trying to beat it for like 24 hours straight. He's playing Minecraft with speed all the way to the end. Like, and they're clearly very entertaining people. He really brings the content, and I feel like he kind of is doing what Aiden Ross should have done. Like Aiden, you know, I think there is some, you know, despite some of his controversies, there is some respect I have for him as a streamer just because of the level he got to. But I think the thing with Aiden Ross is he basically just got big because of the celebrities he had on. Like the thing that blew him up in the first place was I think he met Bronny James on Grand Theft Auto RP, and then he just kind of met increasingly famous people and brought them on. But I've never seen like a
Aiden Ross
stream where I was like, that's like, you know, a groundbreaking content. That's like a super interesting thing. He's got some crazy high concept, kind of artistic, almost angle to the streams. Versus when I see Kai Cenat, it feels like this guy is constantly going above and beyond to, you know, bring the content to people, to bring like something weird. Like I saw this stream where he was streaming in the back of like a U-Haul, you know, that's crazy. And he also gets celebrities on, but Kai Cenat also is like a big name in and of himself. You know, Aiden Ross obviously has some kind of clout, but he seems like he got really lazy. He started drinking too much lean and he kind of fell off, versus Kai Cenat's like constantly pushing that kind of content forward. He's just loud. He's not just loud though. That's like, if Kai was just loud, there wouldn't really be people watching him. There's definitely more to it than that. He is kind of an entertaining dude. When I watch his stuff, like, is it exactly my kind of content? I would say no, but I respect the dude for the creativity of the streams and the fact that, you know, I think that he does have a genuine audience that watches him for him rather than watching him for the next outrageous thing that he does. You know, he could probably go on a month-long streak of not having celebrities and he would be fine.
On stream in the hopes of getting a viral clip. And while I do think
Kai pays people to give him ideas, I mean, whatever. Why would you not do that? If you have the money, why would you not pay people to give you ideas? If I had the kind of money he had, I would have an entire team behind me, like telling me how to stream and what the best thing to do. I would have like a fucking marketing department telling me what the best thing to do was. If you have the money, why would you not reinvest that in your business to get better and better ideas? Like, does it really matter? You know, like I'll always see people being like, oh, that guy doesn't even edit his videos. And it's like, well, if the content is good, I don't really care, right? It's not really my problem. If he's going to reinvest the money he makes into his business to make better and better stuff, whatever. As long as he's not lying and saying I edited this and he actually didn't, like, I don't really give a shit.
I think there is a healthy amount of clip farming you have to do in today's age of streaming to see success. Some of these clip farmers are going way too far. And when I say way too far, I mean to the point where they're literally sexually harassing people in order to get a viral clip on Twitter. Like, it's getting insane. Now, some people think that clip farming is something new.
Well, it depends on the streamer, in fairness. If you're a kick streamer, you're probably going to be more prone to that, but I think a lot of the Twitch guys wouldn't do that because they know it would ban them, get them banned, and also they just know like that's probably not a good look. It's not a good thing to do.
In streaming, when in reality, it's always been a thing. The only difference now is that the clip farming is more prevalent than it was before because of how many people stream and how popular streaming has become, but it's always been there. Back then, way before TikTok was even a thing, some streamers were farming clips to get on live stream fails, which is a subreddit that's dedicated to moments that happen on stream. Or even some streamers were trying to get into streamer rage
Teddy Fresh clothing.
So they would rage extra hard. Like, clip farming has always been a thing. It's just that it now has a name. And when it comes to clip farming, I feel like Twitch and Kick are partially to blame for this epidemic because there is no real way to grow on their platforms. So it kind of forces streamers to farm clips to post to TikTok and Twitter in order.
What do you mean no real way to grow? What does that even mean? Like there's no like algorithm like there is on YouTube? Is that what he means? I don't use Twitch or Kick a lot, so I don't know how good discoverability is, but what does he mean by that? Like it's their fault? There's no real way to grow? I mean, the other ways to grow would be like just naturally collabing with people who are more popular than you, talking about more popular people to get them on your streams. Like what exactly does he mean by that? Clips do help in promo. Yeah, it makes sense because like if you just see some random guy streaming like some game, why would you be motivated to check him out? Why would you be motivated to watch that person in the first place? Unless you're already watching him. But if you see some crazy clip coming out and you think stuff like that might happen again, then you might be motivated to check out the stream and you may actually like the regular content they do outside of clip farming, you know?
To get their name out there. And I feel like that's what's kind of sparking this weird wave of people doing these crazy things to go viral. But like I said, there is a healthy amount of clip farming that you have to do in order to grow. Like for instance, Queso. Queso is one of those streamers that I believe has mastered the art of healthy clip farming. The way that he came up was from playing games, something would happen in that game, and he'd play hard into whatever was happening in that game to make it a funny viral clip.
No! No!
I like the screaming. I do like screaming. Loud is funny.
You're better than that.
Bro, say something else to me.
About that.
Yo, say.
Tom, one example of clips not working well as promo is that kid in the astronaut helmet that swore like a sailor. I mean, yeah, the thing is you can't just be a clip farmer to be successful, right? Like usually, unless you're constantly clip farming every second of every stream, like you're going to have to do something outside of that, right? It's like with anything, right? If you only exist off of shock value, your audience is only going to be there for shock value. You're not going to have real viewers that watch you for any reason, and you're going to be an unsuccessful streamer. But if you have a genuine audience who watches you outside of the clip farming, And once in a while, you clip farm to get attention, and it goes viral. That makes sense, you know? This isn't really a new epidemic.
Say something else with an attitude. I promise you're gonna regret it.
Now, obviously, when you're playing a game by yourself, you don't get this loud when something goes wrong in that game. But for entertainment purposes, Queso took it up a notch to sell the clip and make it funnier than what it actually is. And this is something that a lot of streamers do in order to make the streams funny and also the clips even funnier. And I think the beauty of clips like these are that you're killing 3 birds with 1 stone. Number 1, you're promoting the stream. Number 2, you're making people laugh. And number 3, you're making people laugh and it's not at the expense of other people, which I know is crazy coming from me, you know, I be cooking on children and stuff like that. But regardless, who/what are these streamers harming when they make a clip of themselves getting overly hyped when something happens in a game? Another streamer that I think is pretty good at clip farming is Jinxie. Whether you hate him or love him, the way that he grew from his clips, he kind of did the same method that Speed did, where he would always do the craziest thing to get that viral clip. Now I will say, Jinxie can be cringe with his clip farming sometimes, and he can overdo it.
I can't stand caps, bro. What do they do?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it is obviously clip farming. There are some really funny Jinxie clips where he clip farm, though. There's one I really like. Jinxie did a speed dating show where which one was it? Yeah, this one. This one's so good.
Did you hear me?
Oh my God. It time skipped to the one I wanted to see. All right. This clip is awesome, dude. I love this guy. This guy's actually funny.
I'm overdressed.
Like, do it fart?
Do it what?
Sorry.
Kicking the camera is so funny. The funniest part about the way Jinxie does this is because of the camera position, you can't even see like his entire leg come into frame. You just see his foot slowly move into the camera and then just knock it over. I think that's awesome. I think that's fucking sick. I think he's good, dude. I like him. I think Jinxie's really funny. Okay, one of the new wave streamers I think is genuinely a funny dude.
But it's not to the point where other people are being harmed, kind of like Queso's clips. It's more like, we know what you're doing. You're just trying to clip farm. And it can be cringy, but all you can do is really respect it. Because it's like, he makes himself look stupid more than anyone else. He humiliates himself for the content, which I don't really think that's bad. And some other streamers that I think are healthy clip farmers are Stable Ronaldo and Lacey. They're like the Kobe and Shaq of clip farming. They're both great alone, but together, it's a whole different vibe. And the thing about them that makes them stand out compared to all these other clip farmers is that they do this awkward clip farming where it's not a bad awkward, but it's like an awkward where
I would assume a lot of you guys don't watch a lot of Twitch streamers, and I don't watch that many of them either, but I like Ronaldo. When I've tuned into his stuff, I like it. Obviously there's really infamous clips like what's that video? The payphone video. This video is obviously really funny. I watch a lot of Twitch. Do you? Interesting.
It's on you. Ran out the time, go read your song. Here comes. Here comes, sir. No, my turn. Here goes. Okay. Yeah, I know it's hard to remember the people we used to be. It's even harder to picture that you're not here next to me. You say it's too late to make it, but is it too late to try?
This guy is good, but I also like Ronaldo when he's not being like a clip farming dickhead. He has like a car channel. He has a car channel where he just reviews cars, and I think he's good at that.
Where you can't help but just to laugh. Like, I'm pretty sure we all know about the somebody smells like shit meme.
Somebody smell like shit! Somebody smell like shit! Wait!
I failed my midterm, my dad lost his job, my ex with another guy, but my favorite Bulgarian poop maxer is live again, so we're back. So true! Voice of a generation. Jamaica.
They just kind of took it over and they started doing it their own way. And every time they say it, it's so awkward, but that's what makes it funny and makes it a viral clip.
Y'all didn't even put y'all. No. Me and Connie are doing it good.
These guys are so weird, bro. They're good.
Now, one thing that they do is they do this clip farming in public as well. And when they do this clip farming in public, I feel like this is when the waters get a little
Instead of reading my $5 donut, you saying that, Tom? True, I did.
murky, where it's like, I think it is funny, but at the same time, it can be obnoxious and it can be a disturbance to the peace.
Somebody smells like shit! Somebody smells like shit!
And it's like,
I mean, it is kind of obnoxious, but it's not really hurting anyone. I mean, well, you're being a little annoying in a restaurant. It could be worse. You could be Jack Doherty singing Gucci Gang into the Walmart phone. I think it's whatever. Realistically, I think the real thing here is just the problem is not with clip farming. The problem is just some people will do content that's like relatively wholesome, kind of a little bit obnoxious, but they do it for attention because everybody does content for attention. And other people are going to do clip farming, you know, that ultimately gets a negative response, but it still gets them a lot of viewers, right? I don't think this is a problem of Twitch. It's a problem of just like the way that viewers react.
At the end of the day, they are making themselves look like idiots, which that's what makes it funny, but it is being obnoxious in public, you know? But one thing that I do respect about these two is that they always make themselves the butt end of the joke, because when you try to make someone else the butt end of the joke, that's when some people start to feel a type of way and people start trying to fight you and stuff like that. And I feel like that's not really their goal. Their goal is just trying to make people laugh, which they do by embarrassing themselves, which I don't think there's really a problem there. Now, there are moments
Doing that stream as soon as Dr. Disrespect got like exposed is hilarious, bro. That is fucking awesome.
though where they do take this clip farming in public.
They'll get banned for saying something about how they smell. Sure, they might. You never know. Hey, if they say it about a certain group, you never know what's going to happen, bro.
Too far. Like the situation with Bradley Martin, where basically Lacey and Ronaldo were working out with Bradley Martin. And then during that workout, Stable Ronaldo stole Bradley Martin.
I thought I was watching a Jeremy McKinnon live for real. Base.
His hat, and Bradley Martin told him to give it back, and then Ron didn't end up giving it back, so Bradley Martin slapped him. And while I don't think Bradley Martin should have slapped the man, because I mean, just look at the size difference from Stable Ronaldo.
I think it was funny. I mean, I think Ronaldo knew what he was doing here. He was trying to be obnoxious on purpose. Frankly, if I was him, you know, if I was in the position that that Big Brad is in here, I would do the same thing. It's funny, you know. Also, he didn't really hurt him. He just, you know, he disrespected and pulled your hat off. If someone pulls your hat off, I think you have a right to smack them a little bit. If somebody touches your person in any way that you don't like, I think you have a right for, you know, some kind of mild retaliation.
And
like I don't really feel bad about anybody that like decides to touch someone that doesn't want to be touched and then they get smacked around a little bit, like whatever. He went gorilla mode on him, base though.
Bradley Martin is a literal behemoth compared to him. Like that is the mismatch of doom. But at the same time, I can't be mad because that's what you get for thinking everyone
Ronaldo instigated it.
Plays the same way that you do. But other than that, I think they're good at clip farming because there's only like certain points where they'll mess up and they'll go a little too far. But most of the time, they just try to embarrass themselves, and that's kind of what makes them funny. Now, those are some examples of good clip farmers. But then there's like this whole cesspool of streamers, and specifically IRL streamers, that they don't even try to put the jokes on themselves, or they don't even try to like make their streams funny. Their whole goal is to just harass other people to get.
That's true. The thing is, a lot of the IRL streamers, even though they play dumb, they are self-aware of the fact that they're like not good people. They just don't really have like morals or ethics or the same shame that other people feel, because for them it's just like, well, if I make the content and it goes viral, whatever, you know. I mean, it's like with Jack Doherty, right? We saw that happen in the video I just made, which is doing very well. Thank you for watching it. But like ultimately the main goal is just getting views, and you know, any public perception around it or being a good person can just be damn. It's like, well, you know, sure, did I almost get arrested? Yeah. Could I have been arrested? Yes. Did I annoy people in public? Yes. Does everyone hate me? Yes. But like, got the clip out of it, got the content out of it, so that's ultimately the only thing that really matters to a lot of these people. The Ronaldo slap wasn't a clip farm because it was real. Well, I mean, from Ronaldo's perspective, it might have been a clip farm. Like, it was a real slap from Bradley Martin, but it could have still been like he was intending to get some kind of reaction by pulling his hat off, right? Would he have pulled his hat off if he wasn't streaming? Probably not, if I had to guess. Probably not. He was in-maxing always.
Get a rise out of them, hoping that they get punched so that they can throw up that clip on
Did you do that with Brody and Buckingham? Well, we weren't as annoying as Jack Doherty, but to an extent, we were a little bit annoying for sure.
Twitter and TikTok, and it'll go viral. That's their main goal. Y'all remember how like a year ago, prank YouTubers were popping like crazy? And there were those prank YouTubers that would actually go out and try to think of a well thought out prank and do it. And then there were others that would just go out there and harass random fast food employees. That's pretty much how it is with streaming right now. And a lot of these bad clip farmers happen to be Kick streamers, which is the saddest part, because I do think there are good streamers on Kick, but a vast majority of streamers on Kick are just bad. For example, TwitchCon happened like a few weeks ago, right? And there was this streamer named DBR666 who was an IRL streamer. And this man was on a TwitchCon terrorization run. Like, this man would just
bring Jadion's pranks back. That is an interesting thing where I feel like people, like I was watching an old Filthy Frank video, and he didn't he didn't hold back in some of those videos. Like if you watch the prank video, I think people have a different perception around this video, even though he is annoying people in public and doing definitely sort of out of pocket stuff. Like I think if this happened now, people would have a bigger problem with it. But I think the thing that people like is that he was parodying others and he was genuinely funny about it. Like whether a joke lands has such a big effect on how people view it. If you're being annoying in public, but the like funniness of the joke outweighs the consequence that it has to the people in real life, people don't really care.
Pranked. Hey, buddy. Hey, are you homeless? Yeah? You want some money? Yeah. Nah, man. You just got pranked. You guys look like a bunch of You just got pranked, bro. Have you seen it?
Like, I think if anyone else had done this now, they would have gotten a lot of shit for it. But, like, it's really funny, so they just don't care.
Prank, please.
And also, it's not, you know, his entire content is one video.
Have you seen a prank, please?
Like, that is crazy. Maybe he knew this guy, maybe he didn't. But the amount of shit you'd get in now for slapping a random dude's ass in public is crazy.
Have you seen a prank, please? Oh, pranks! Pranks, please!
But it was a different time, you know? Fake, it could have been someone he knew.
Excuse me. What's your name? Mary. Nice to meet you. Fuck you. You just got pranked, bro.
That was awesome. You just got pranked.
Just go up and kiss random streamers.
Yeah, slap was fake. No way. It could have been. It could have not been. I don't really know.
There's this point where he kissed Fresh from the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Oh my God, Fresh! I watch your show all the time, Fresh. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Oh my God, Fresh! I'm so Fresh. I love you, Fresh. Fresh, you're really a superstar. Fresh. No, I'm a woman, Fresh. Fresh.
Like, I think the problem with this guy's kind of content is there's nobody that's actually going to watch him. I mean, it's outside of the obvious. Nobody's going to watch this dude for his actual, like, personality. They're just going to watch him for the clips to see him do crazy stuff, you know?
Oh my God. Fresh, you're so hot in real life. You're so much more hot. Oh my God. Fresh, would you fuck me, Fresh? Come on, Fresh, please.
I'm really surprised Fresh went to TwitchCon. You would think he would hate all Twitch streamers in general.
Would you put me on the roster, Fresh? Fresh! Come on, Fresh, please put me on the roster!
And while I do think Fresh and Fit are cornballs, going up and kissing them is even more weirder than what they do. Like, there's some weirdos, but just going up and kissing them? Bro, that's literally sexual harassment in 4K. You went up to this dude and put your lips on him, and he didn't even ask you to. You just did it just because you thought it would be funny. That is not good. This is not content. This is harassment. And there's this other point where he kissed this streamer, NMP, and what I will say is that with this, he asked NMP if he could kiss him, and NMP said
I think if somebody does this to you, like unwarranted, just unpermitted, I think morally you have full justification to beat the shit out of them. If somebody just walks up to you and kisses you in real life, I think you have moral authority to beat the fuck out of them. I wouldn't really feel bad for that guy if somebody put the hurt on. In fact, I'd like to see it. It'd be good content.
yes. So he did kiss him, but then he started going overboard where he just started like kissing him all over and trying to like suck on him and stuff. It was just completely weird.
Suck on him?
Nick, I really like you. Can I kiss your
What is that dude wearing?
forehead?
Sure, if you want to. Oh my God, why more than one?
Yeah, no, this is what they do at the TwitchCon, no?
No, that's
It's my
what you
first
do.
time. It's my first time.
That's what you do.
Everyone's been...
This guy's huge on Twitch right now, by the way, in the just chatting category. This is the same guy that Hassan showed some like terrorist fan video, and then you had him afterwards being like, that was kind of crazy. This is the same dude.
asking me to do it. It's my first time here.
Okay. Oh.
Bro.
All right, let's not do any more of that. Thank you.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Wake Wilder. I think... Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
This guy's such a little fairy, such a little fruit. He's a fruity individual. He's really getting in there. What if it's a woman? I think you have free reign either way. If a random person that you don't know walks up to you and kisses you in public, I think you have free reign to punch them in the head. I don't really care. Why would it make a difference? Equal opportunism, right? I'm a feminist. I don't think you should want to do that. I don't think you should be like eager for someone to come up and mess with you so that you can like punch them back. But if some person you don't know walks up to you and tries to plant a kiss, you can shove them. Whatever. Is that the best thing to do? Probably not. Are you going to go to jail? Yeah, maybe. Is it worth the consequences? Probably not. But like, I think you should be able to do it. I would have the same kind of same standard across the board.
Thank you.
This man is just doing way too much. There's another.
If you want to do that, at least ask. You know what I mean? It's weird in and of itself to come up and try to kiss a random person, but at least ask.
Point where he went up to the CEO of Twitch and was saying, oh, you got to pay your employees just to get a rise out of the CEO so that he can get a W clip to make it seem like, oh my gosh, Kick is on top.
Oh, sir. Hey, Dan Tracy, nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you. I just want to talk to you about something if you have a minute. I need you to pay your employees. Because, like, I feel like, no, you can't grab my equipment. That's assault. Don't grab my stuff. Get off my stuff. Don't you?
This guy's such a little shit stirrer. Twitch definitely pays its employees, by the way. They get paid like $70K a year to eat donuts every day and just dick around. Like, I've heard Atriok talking about what like the Twitch culture was like, and it seemed like not a lot of actual work was getting done by a lot of the people. They were just hiring a bunch of people who, for like half the day, would be playing Smash Bros in the office, you know? Pretty sweet job, but they definitely get paid enough for that. Turn the other cheek. Yeah, turn their other cheek.
Touch my stuff. I didn't touch you. I didn't touch him. Just don't touch my stuff. So I'd like you to address the situation about making your employees work for free. Do you not believe that's...
Has there ever even been an allegation about that? I've never even heard about anything like this. Is this guy just lying? I've never even heard this kind of allegation before. I think he's just pulling shit out of his ass.
That's slave labor. You make them work for subs, but you don't...
You make them work for subs?
Don't give them anything to work. Hours on hours while you make all this money off Amazon.
He's talking about the streamers? If you're a streamer, you're not entitled to anything, dude. You're not entitled to anything from Twitch. What? You make them work for subs? No, you chose to work for subs. You're not an employee of Twitch. You're a streamer.
Do you not think that's unfair? You don't think that's unfair, sir?
You're not an employee.
Oh, they're not employees. They're slaves. Correct.
They're not employees, and they're also not slaves. They're streamers. They're slaves. Is this guy, is he mad because he comes from Kick where they pay you an hourly rate if you stream enough?
You're right.
What's funny is this man is talking about Twitch streamers when he's saying employees. Yep.
Like, well, yeah, people who sit and like react to bullshit on stream are slaves. I'm a slave.
I'm pretty sure we all know that these Twitch streamers aren't working for free. There's numerous ways to get money on Twitch. There's even another point where he went up to the streamer XQC and he goes up to him and talks about how like, yo, he's gonna suck him off and stuff like that. And it's like, bruh.
Oh my God.
What's up, man?
What's up, XQC? I'm Kick, yeah.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Excuse you, I need to suck his d. Maybe I'll get like... Wait, that's not gay, bro. It's like, it's love, bro. Love is love. Nah, I'm getting in his way and sucking his d. I'm getting on my knees ready for him to walk up to me. I'm getting ready for him, shop.
This guy is insane, bro.
Let me...
Yo, why you got a kick out of him?
This guy's a freak.
Because I only stream on Kick.
The thing is, like, it can be kind of, you can think it's kind of funny initially, but then, like, if imagine being in X's position where you're just trying to hang out at this stream and this dude's on stream, like, getting you included in his degenerate content, like, you'd be weirded out, man.
Come on.
Public pranks aren't even pranks, just harassment for views, and it's the worst content out there. I mean, it depends on what the prank is. Some public pranks are fine. Some of them definitely go over the line, you know? Like, if the prank you're doing is, like, pieing some random stranger in the face, yeah, you could say that's harassment. But if the prank is, like, pull a rabbit out of a hat, and, like, you know, it's actually a picture of Gandhi, like, is that really that bad? Like, there's certain standards that can be set for, like, what's acceptable and what's not. Tom likes men. I would never deny that.
Come on, bro. What do you mean? I want clout. Give me clout. Put your dick in my mouth. I'll get clout, please.
I feel like a lot of dudes tell a lot of gay jokes, right? But I feel like there's a point where like the gay jokes get too far. And like when you're saying like you're going to get on your knees and you're going to suck this man off and you're literally getting on your knees in the clip, that is way too much. There's this other clip I saw on Twitter where there were these two dudes.
The thing is, for the people who make this kind of content, like, are they just trying to make a quick bag right now, or do they think this is actually going to translate into long-term, like, money, right? Because if you do this kind of stuff repeatedly and it gets clipped across the internet and your full name gets doxxed, which it probably will be if you do this kind of thing, you're going to be unhireable, because anytime anybody looks up your name when you try to get a normal job after you quit streaming, it's all going to be clips of you begging to suck someone off or, like, kissing random men in public that you don't know. They're going to be like, why would we have this guy in our business? This guy's clearly a risk to what we're doing, you know? Like, it's such a stupid, short-term, short-sighted approach to making content, you know? Is it better to stream on Twitch or YouTube? I don't know. I'll probably start simulcasting on both websites soon. But I don't really know what, like, the best method is. It's hard for me to say. This is Ice and stuff. I mean, to an extent, but even Ice, like, he has content outside of the clip farming where he gets, like, he has, like, a real audience, right? He has a real audience that watches his stuff, which is why he's still consistently pulling numbers even when he's on, you know, a website that's not YouTube or Twitch. He's on Kick and he's making a lot of money, you know.
Going around the mall, they were IRL streaming and they'd go up to people and ask their most traumatic experiences. But when the person would tell them, they'd say womp womp and start clapping.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question for an interview?
How much for you to oil up, Tom? I'm sorry, I don't have any oil on me right now.
All right.
These annoying streamers probably would have been societal bottom feeders anyway. I mean, this guy in particular is a societal bottom feeder streamer or not, you know, maybe. I'm curious if this guy got banned from Kick for this. Envy Intense Mint is better than Zins. Never slander Zims. Never, ever slander Zins. Leave my Zins alone, all right? Zins are the reason the content is funny and watchable and good, because that's all the things that I am. objectively speaking. If I didn't have Zins, I'd be nothing. This is what gets me through the long streams, okay? It gets the blood pressure going.
Right.
Crystal.
Crystal, what's the most traumatic event that you went through in your life?
That's a hard one. I've been through a lot. I would say probably when my mom threw a lot of
Asking a random person in real life what the most traumatic event they've been through is really weird. That's a really strange thing. I wouldn't even answer that. I'd be like, fucking your mom. She was so fat. I feel like we're reverting back to the stealing wallet in the hood vids and it's just clout goblins ramping it up. I mean, to an extent. I mean, you have a lot of those people who are coming back and instead of doing it on YouTube because they know that there could be consequences for that, they're doing it on different websites. Like Fusi, I think Fusi's so entertaining. But Fusi, I don't think could exist on YouTube doing the kind of content he's doing, you know? That's why he's on other platforms like Twitch or he moved to Kick. And the same applies for Vitaly. Like Vitaly could never get away on YouTube doing the like predator catching content because YouTube actually has a policy now where if you don't have law enforcement present for a predator catch, you can't do it. You'll be banned. That's why the EDP footage got banned a while ago and you can't show that in a lot of videos now, although their enforcement of that is very inconsistent. But I got a strike at one point for showing the same exact footage that EDP had been exposed with and had been shown in videos with millions of views. You know, I got a strike for that, despite the fact that it was on YouTube forever. They have a policy now where you can't do that. When Vitaly does these predator catching streams, he catches the guy and then just like spits on him or gets like random rappers that he travels with to beat them up. He doesn't even have the police there ever. Do the Charleston while oiled up. Yeah, I'll get right on that, man. I'll get right on that, all right? But we kind of are reverting to that kind of era of content, which in one way is like really entertaining because I have a lot of stuff to watch. But at the same time, it's like just general moral degradation through content. You know, it's kind of a double-sided thing from my perspective. I do appreciate the content. You know, I get to talk about it. Jack Doherty, appreciate the content, bro. Let me to content max a little bit real quick. But that kind of stuff is coming back. I mean, the edgy stuff in general came back a few years ago with the red pill stuff. So I'm curious how that's going to translate in the next few years. I have a feeling that 2026 is going to be another 2016 very edgy stuff. What started the Charleston allegations? This guy in chat, is it Vina or Rena, whatever his name is? He started it and now it's all over my comments everywhere.
around in the apartment and just broke a lot of stuff.
Womp, womp.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Womp womp.
Yeah.
Look at their face.
Yes.
Another one?
You're lucky that this woman didn't pull out the blick on you. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like that's crazy.
I mean, it is crazy, but there's no chance that woman will pull out the blick, so to speak.
Going up to somebody being like, oh, what's your most traumatic experience? They open up to you and then you start clapping and saying womp womp. That is not a good clip. And what's crazy is this girl's boyfriend spun the block because he wasn't with her the first time, but he spun around, right? And they asked him what was his most traumatic experience. And this is how he responded.
Can I know like the most, oh, nice to meet you. My name is Christopher.
I'm not shaking your hand. What's my most traumatic experience? I don't know, but I know what yours is.
Oh! Based! Oh my god, that came out of nowhere. Dude. That's so funny. Oh my god. That was so funny. That guy is goated. I know what yours is.
Christopher? I'm not shaking your hand. What's my most traumatic experience? I don't know, but I know what yours is.
Being an old head makes you hate next gen YouTube. I mean, it depends. I kind of am excited for next gen YouTube because it's getting crazier, you know? I kind of miss the old crazy days is the thing. Like, you just want it to be all sanitized. I kind of like the chaos, even if some of it's kind of weird. You're telling me you didn't enjoy that clip?
Yes, you heard that right. This man hit a Marvel one-liner, then punched the cameraman. That is insane. And
that was fire. I love his stream later. Full admit he was shadowboxing on the way to come up with that line. Love to see it. I mean, yeah, he had that planned in his head a little bit, you know? You got to have a little planning to do that, unless you're just extremely witty. Just give the people what they want and do it. I'm not giving the people what they want. I'm not doing the Charleston, no.
What's crazy is that the dudes that were asking everyone about their traumatic experiences, they ended up wanting to fight the guy, yet they started the whole thing.
Grab my phone like that? Hold on. Yo, stay right there. Come on, come outside.
No, I'm done with you. Get out.
Come outside. Come outside, GameStop.
Go get your little digital clicks and all your bullshit.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm gonna punch you.
He already touched you, bro. You're a pussy. Punch him back right now if you're gonna do it, but you won't. You won't, dude. He owned you. This guy with a ghost shirt, okay, the snapback king, he destroyed you. He already came outside.
In your face. Come outside the store so I can punch you in your face.
How old are you?
Come outside. Come outside then.
No.
Come outside.
Such a tough guy, dude. He already owned you. He already destroyed you.
I'm gonna punch you right in your face. Come outside, pussy.
And what pisses me off even more is that the chat is spamming
That guy responded with a video talking about the situation. What's the name of his channel?
W clip farming, W clip, when this isn't a W clip at all. This is just dudes going around messing.
I mean, it's a W clip for the guy who punched him. It's an L clip for the guy who got punched, and it was just a total coward.
With people, calling it content. And since we're on the topic of starting something and getting mad and trying to fight somebody when they want to finish it, there was this other bad clip farmer that I saw on Twitter, right? Where there was this couple, they were kissing in public, and this guy goes up to the couple and starts screaming at them saying get a room, and starts telling them that they aren't shit. And then the couple ends up getting mad and starts flipping out on the guy because this dude is doing a little too much.
I love the POV from Nampa Stream Prime. It shows the real you. You gotta appreciate your height, your balding, and your few palm art.
Who's gonna sock who's gonna sock him in the face? What are you doing? You better let go of his.
Well, he got mogged by a girl. That guy's ego is in the gutter. Chaos is fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's just obnoxious seeing where the platform's been going since 2016. Love the content you put out. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, it got a lot more restricted with censorship in the past few years for sure, but I feel like they kind of lightened up a little bit now. You know, in certain areas, they're not as aggressive as they used to be, I think.
Do you want to suck my face?
The guy pulled a gun on them? That's not surprising.
It's not like they're over there, you know, smashing in front.
It's crazy to, like, you're antagonizing someone, they piss you off back, right? They fight back a little bit, and then you're the one who pulls out a gun.
But do you want to suck my face?
It's not like they're over there, you know, smashing in front of the city, right? They're just sitting there pecking each other, just kissing, whatever, right? It's normal in public.
Normal
and you're
stuff.
never going to guess this. This man ends up pulling out a gun, yet he started the whole issue.
She's in there grab my phone. Oh, you want problems? You want problems too? You want problem? You want problem?
Dude, these ego trippers with the strap on them are so cringe. Like, you started the beef, now you're gonna bring out a gun. You ever scared you contribute to moral degradation by reporting on it and making a bag? No, I'm not. People can do whatever they want. They have free will. You see Terrifier 3 at Slams? I did not. I tried to watch Terrifier 2 in theaters, and it was so disturbing to me. And the girl I was with started crying in the theater. We just left. And I don't even blame her. I have no desire to watch murder gore porn ever again. Honestly, I didn't really. Like, there was a scene where, like, this girl was getting her skin pulled off and salt dumped on her. I was like, I don't want to see that. I don't really enjoy that. I am not a sick person. So, yeah, you know, no shame to you enjoy it. Maybe a little shame to you if you enjoy it, but I don't want to watch that. Same with video games. I want the most toxic, obnoxious, slur-ridden platform humanly possible. Based moment.
You just grabbed my phone. You just grabbed my phone. Don't touch my. Don't touch my. Don't touch my. Don't grab my. I'll promise you I'll shoot the. Let it go. Don't touch my.
Jeez, he does have a gun.
This all happened because he wanted a viral clip. That is sad. And what's even sadder is that this man got pressed by the man's girl. The dude didn't have nothing to do with this. He was just standing back and observing because he knew his girl could take these two bozos. People on the internet are getting way too comfortable with just disrespecting random people. There was no point to disrespect this couple when they're not even bothering you, bro. You could just walk by and just...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they benefit from it because that clip went viral. Not what's in this video, right? So they probably got at least a couple extra viewers from it. So ultimately, they don't really care. You know, I'm not advocating for platforms to ban people who do this necessarily, but I think that the only reason that they would stop is if the platforms do start banning them and they face serious punishment for it. Because then it's like, well, now there's literally no benefit because you're just going to get banned, right? Like, if Kick banned that kind of stuff altogether, then they would just stop forever.
Not even pay attention. But you want to go up there and then get mad when they start getting mad at you and then pull out a gun. They did not show that much aggression to the point where you needed to pull out a gun to defend yourself. That's just you being soft, if I'm being real. Another trend that's pretty big with streaming right now are pred catches. You had Gideon do one with Skeeter Jean. You also had Vitaly doing pred catches with numerous celebrities. Some of those celebrities being Lil Pump, Sway Lee, and even Akon. But there's one.
It is so crazy how these famous mainstream people are on Twitch streams now. Like, if you need any proof that, like, streaming and just content in general has gotten to the highest point ever, just look at all the celebrities. Like Kevin Hart being on Kai Snatch's stream. That is insane.
Thing about these on-stream pred catches that I don't really like,
to it,
and
true.
that's that a lot of these streamers are trying to go for clips rather than actually trying to put these predators in jail. For example, I was scrolling through Twitter.
Yeah, this is a thing that's, like, happening for sure. Like, I've seen Vitaly do these predator catches where, like I just said, they don't actually put the people in jail. They just beat them up. And, like, do I feel bad for the predator? No. But ultimately, like, the point of the content from the perspective of the content creator is to just have an excuse to beat someone up and commit violence on someone. Like, if they thought they could get away committing violence on a normal person, they probably would. They just want the catharsis from beating someone up, and because it's so societally acceptable to beat up a pedophile, they do it. And in reality, that doesn't really get a big consequence for the person in question. You should be trying to get legal punishments for them, you know? Just getting beat up should be the least of their concerns. It's kind of psychotic. Kevin Hart was with Corey Kenshin's videos years ago. Kevin's always had his ear to the internet. He's not that detached to be crazy for his Kanye. Well, I mean, look at, like, Drake has been on, like, Ninja streams before. I mean, that's another example, you know?
And I've seen this clip of this streamer oiling up a predator. I'm saying predator in quotes because this could most likely be fake. I wouldn't be surprised if it was fake. And then he just let him go. And that was it. He didn't call the cops or anything. He just oiled up a predator.
Didn't Vitaly beat up a random woman when he was in a drug bender? Yeah, I think he was doing, I think it was shrooms or something. He took a bunch of shrooms and had a psychotic breakdown and beat up some random jogger. Yes, that did happen, and he got arrested for it.
And that was pretty much it.
Some oil? Some oil? Some oil?
Like, this is funny, but, like, just get him arrested, bro. This isn't actually doing anything.
Some oil? This is hot. No, chill. This is hot. Oiling you up? This is hot. You know I like this shit, right? I'm horny right now. I'm horny right now for you, daddy. Give me the flower. I'm horny right now for you, daddy.
Like, this guy is weird. Like, he's like taking some kind of, like, pleasure in punishing this guy himself, which obviously, like, the guy deserves to get punished. He deserves to be humiliated. It is kind of funny. But at the same time, like, you should really be trying to get legal punishments for this person instead of doing this kind of thing.
I'm horny for you, daddy.
I doubt these are staged, because who would do this to themselves? I mean, the question is not who would do this to themselves in terms of the punishment, but who would want to, like, make themselves look like some kind of predator on a live stream, unless they really need the money, you know?
Listen. I'm horny for you. I'm horny right now. My dick is hard. My dick is fucking hard. You hear me? You hear me, JP? My dick is hard for you right now. My dick is hard.
Oh my goodness. Bro.
Pedophile.
You're sick, bro.
You're sick in the head.
Like,
you're sick in the head.
You're about to touch little
Get up.
people, bro.
Get up. Grab your stuff and go. Grab your stuff and go.
It's like, do I feel bad that, like, this guy's getting bullied? No. But ultimately, this is just an excuse for these guys who are bullies to do it against someone who's societally acceptable. When what should happen is legal punishment for this guy so he can't do it again. You're not preventing him from victimizing another child, potentially, by doing this.
That's a fucking lesson, bro. You're sick. Get some help.
And if it is fake, then that just makes this clip even worse, because these dudes are doing pred catches for the sake of clips rather than doing it for the good of society.
Exactly.
They're not trying to get these predators in jail. They just want to do it to make themselves look good so they can.
Remember that rapper who streamed in the shower and dropped his phone and revealed his turkey tom to a ton of people? I don't remember that, and I don't really want to see that, but I'm glad you have full lore on that. Jadeon, Skeet, Hansen, and all pred catchers are corny as hell. Chris Hansen's the way to go. Naturally funny and professional. I mean, even Chris in recent years has had some questionable coverage of predator stories, but I mean, I think in general it's not like Jadeon can be kind of corny. There is like a content aspect to it, but at least he has the police presence there, right? At least from that perspective, I'm glad that, you know, like that's the least I can ask for, that there is police involvement, that there are people getting arrested from what they're doing. Even if they get turned into content humiliated for the entire internet, at least there's legal consequences, you know? That's the most I can ask for. That's what I want.
Can go viral on Twitter. That is.
I don't really care if they want to humiliate the guy as long as he also gets arrested.
Terrible. Now I know y'all may be thinking, why would somebody act like a predator willingly? That's dumb. Desperate times come for desperate measures. If you go up on the
well, it's possible these people are faking. I haven't seen any direct proof for that though.
Street and ask a homeless guy to act like a predator, he's probably gonna do it. And if this is real, the slight chance that this is real, they just let this predator go just scotch free. Oh yeah, we're just gonna oil you up a bit and then boom, you can leave. That's all we wanted to do. And now this man is just gonna go around and touch more kids. Like, this is just dumb. I think this is fake. I genuinely think it's fake. Because if this was real, I would hope that they would call the police and do this pred catch the right way rather than trying to farm a.
I think you're giving them too much benefit. I would guess that a lot of the predator catches are technically real. Like the people, they did catch the people trying to message some kind of underage girl in a weird way. The problem is that they're not really concerned with like some kind of, you know, legal consequence for them. They're not really concerned with doing the right thing. They just want to get a W stream clip out of it, you know? That's all they really want. That's all they care about.
A clip. Since we're talking about these pred catches, I think that some of Vitaly's are probably fake. Not all of them, but I think there's probably a handful of them that probably are fake, and he just hired some actors or grabbed a homeless man off the street just for the sake of his content. I mean, the man literally beat women. You don't think this man would fake?
He beat one.
Take a pred catch? Like, I'm sorry. Obviously, there is some footage of his that shows predators from his streams actually going to court and stuff like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of these were faker than Kim K's badonk.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of them probably don't even go to jail because a lot of them, there isn't even police involvement directly in the stream.
a dog. I ain't gonna lie. Now, all that being said, in conclusion, I personally don't think that clip farming is bad. Like, I think there is a healthy amount that
I mean, at the end of the day, the clip farming framing of this is kind of silly because this is just content. It's just content. It's good versus bad content, right? It's ethical, funny, whatever, versus like unfunny trash that's like just self-serving garbage, right?
you have to do in order to grow on Twitch and Kick. But when you're
I was on a date seeing Terrifier 3 yesterday. Worst game end was rats going down someone's throat. I don't even want to hear that. I don't even want to hear what happens in that movie. I have no desire to hear about the genius torture methods that they devise in this movie. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to read the rest of that. I don't like that movie. I don't want to see it.
You're doing these unethical things like faking pred catches, harassing random people, and sexually harassing streamers in order to get clips. I think that's when we gotta draw the line, when it's like, okay, streamers, look, there's nothing wrong with clip farming. Just don't do it to all these random innocent people, you know? Because one day there's gonna be somebody, which God forbid this happens, but there may be a day where a streamer gets shot on stream because somebody just tries the wrong person. And I hope that doesn't happen at all. That's why I think clip farming.
The thing is, it probably will happen. There was a case years ago where there was this person who did a YouTube prank where they brought out a knife, and I think they got shot. Yeah, here you go. This is a story I covered in one of my videos. Tennessee man wielding knife for a prank robbery YouTube video got fatally shot. It's like, oh, it's just a prank. It's like, well, you brought out a knife, like a real knife in someone's face. Like, they don't know that. They think you're trying to kill. Even if you say it's just a prank, they're not going to believe you. Saying it's just a prank is exactly what somebody who's trying to actually commit a crime and then get out of it would say. A 20-year-old armed with a butcher knife was fatally shot on Friday night while taking part in a prank robbery video for YouTube. Timothy Wilkes was killed in the parking lot of Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park around 9:25 p.m., according to a Metropolitan Nashville Police Department statement. Wilkes and an unidentified friend were reportedly filming a video and approached a group of people, including 23-year-old David Starnes Jr. with butcher knives as a prank. Starnes told detectives he didn't know the stunt was a prank and shot Wilkes in what he said was self-defense. No charges have been filed against him, although police are investigating the case. It's like, what do you expect? You pull out a knife on someone. The natural response if somebody has a gun is to shoot you in the face. Thanks for the dono nerve. You missed so much. So too much to explain. But yeah, I mean, that's the real thing with clip farming, you know? Like, ultimately, if you do these increasingly dangerous, like, pranks that, you know, potentially threaten someone's life or like, threaten their safety, or you just piss them off, like, they're going to punch you in the head, and I'm not going to feel bad for you, you know? It is self-defense. That is literally what it is.